Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Jara. I teach people how to garden and grow food. Today I wanted to give you guys an update on my potatoes. I made a YouTube video tutorial a couple months ago about how I planted these potatoes in these grow bags. So I wanted to follow up and show you guys the harvest. Now I'm in Florida, Zone 9B, and planting potatoes in March is way too late. I'm really supposed to plant them in November and December so they grow during the coolest months of the year. But I was getting tons of questions all over social media and from my customers asking me if I've ever grown potatoes and how do I do it. So I decided to plant them late, and if anything, I got a YouTube video tutorial out of it to, show you guys. This harvest is much smaller than what I would have anticipated if I grew them at the correct time of the year. These were planted at the beginning of March, and right now it's the end of May. I was hoping that these plants would survive into June, which would have given me a solid good 3 months of growing time, and I would have harvested a lot more potatoes and bigger potatoes than what you see here. However, I feel like summer has already arrived. It's the end of May, and I feel like it is so hot. This is what I should be feeling like at the end of June. If you agree with me and think that summer has arrived a little bit too early, please comment below. So my potato plants literally evaporated overnight. It's just way too hot. They're not happy, and I have no choice but to harvest them. But I still ended up with more potatoes than what I started with. So let me show you guys how easy it is to harvest these potatoes out of grow bags. And I have to point out that I love growing potatoes and sweet potatoes in grow bags because I have a very small garden. I don't have a lot of space. And if I plant those tubers in the ground, they will literally overtake my garden. I have some sweet potatoes that I planted 2 years ago, and I'm still pulling them out of my garden. So ever since then, I have decided to plant them in grow bags, and I can control the situation. I just knock the grow bags over to harvest everything out, and I know I'm not missing any tubers or anything like that. Plus, I don't know about you, but I really do not enjoy having to shovel out and dig out tubers. That's hard work sometimes. Being able to just kick over a grow bag and harvest everything out is so much easier. I had 6 grow bags in total of potatoes. 3 of them were a cultivar called Blue Arondiak, if I'm saying that correctly. And the other 3 was Red Norland, which is an early maturing potato variety that does really great in the south when you have a lot of warm weather. It's better to get your potatoes out of the ground sooner rather than later. So this is the last bag I have here, and this one is the Blue Arondiak. And just so you know, these are 20-gallon grow bags, and even when they're full with soil and everything, it's very easy for me to still lift them up and dump them over. I recommend that you dump this over on a tarp, or in my case, I have this weed blocking material here. That way the weeds don't grow in between my grow bags. That way you can just scoop up the dirt and refill your grow bags. And it's super easy. Just push the dirt around and you can find all of your potatoes. Now I get comments all the time, why are you going to bother growing potatoes when they're so cheap in the grocery store? For one, there are so many different cultivars of potatoes that you will never get to eat or experience in your life unless you grew them yourself. The flavor and texture of freshly harvested potatoes far surpasses anything you'll have in the grocery store. And if anything, it's just fun to grow these. Alright, so I have some decent sized potatoes. A lot of these are still very small. Again, if they would have had 1 more month of growing time, they would have been much bigger. I'm actually going to save these potatoes for next fall and use them as my seed potatoes. Alright, so I've harvested everything, and now I'm just going to scoop the soil back into the grow bag. Since it's May and we're going into summer, my plan with these grow bags is to plant sweet potatoes. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because I definitely am going to be doing some YouTube video tutorials on growing sweet potatoes in grow bags and how to make your own sweet potato slips. All said and done, I think I have more Blue Arondiaks than I do the Red Norlands. And check out this beautiful purple color of these Blue Arondiaks. If you enjoyed watching this video, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. And if you have any questions or tips and tricks about growing potatoes, please comment below. I learned just as much from you guys as you do from me. And please make sure you subscribe to my channel if you want to learn more about gardening and growing your own food. Thank you for watching, and happy gardening.